Hello, our dear students. How are you doing today? We are on to business studies, and in our last lesson, we talked about technique development in keyboarding, whereby we treated some basic services such as the tab key, the enter key, the backspace key, the arrow key, the function keys, and so on and so forth. But today, we'll be looking at the topic for today is paragraphing. Paragraphing. And before you can start writing paragraphing, you must have learned about letter writing, or be familiarized with a manuscript, whereby you now begin to sectionalize it. So it is important for us to note that at the end of today's lesson, you should be able to mention the different methods of paragraphing. Not only mentioning it, you identify the different method of paragraphing. You can mention, but you should be able to identify it, that this is this, this is that. Then you should as well be able to demonstrate the use of different methods of paragraphing. What does that tell you? At the end of the lesson, you should be able to write following each of these types of paragraphing. What is paragraph? Whenever you want to write something, it is called an idea. And such ideas, you just don't lump it together. You kind of segregate it. You let the idea flow. Every related ideas, you write them on one paragraph. That is why we said that relating ideas are being written down so that it will be sequential in reading. From one point to another, it will be going like that. Not that the first point that you're supposed to write, you now go and make it at the last point. That's why we said paragraph is the process of writing a new idea in one sentence. Whenever you have related ideas, you put them together in sentence, and combination of sentences is called paragraphing. Not only just combination of any sentences, related ideas, you put them together to form paragraph. And each paragraph is like each point that has meaning when being read. Whenever anyone reads your paragraph, should be able to say, this is what this person is saying in this paragraph. This is the point I can hold on to in this paragraph. The process of writing a new idea in one or more sentences by relating the related ideas in pieces of writing is called paragraph. We have some types of paragraph that we want to discuss today, and we are having 3 types of paragraphs. The first one is block paragraph. Block paragraph. The second one is indent paragraph. Indent paragraph. And the third one is hanging paragraph. Hanging paragraph. Those are the 3 types of paragraphs that we are going to treat, and we'll be treating them one after the other. Let's look at the block paragraph. At the block paragraph, all the lines start at the same point. All the lines start at the same point from the left margin This is my left hand. This is my left hand. All the line starts from, this is my right hand. This is my left hand. You can have the demonstration of your own hands like that too. Now, the letter you want to write using block paragraphs, all the line start from the left margin. If you place your exercise book in front of you, the left margin is where your left hand is. Then you see a line that is being ruled in your exercise notebook. You see a line that is being ruled in like red color. And this line, it is called margin. So whenever your letter that you want to write in block paragraphs, you want to write it, it starts from the left margin, then you continue to write towards your right margin. And every subsequent line, every subsequent paragraphs is being written as well from the left margin on the same point. An example is given here in this slide. This is the example of block paragraph, whereby this represents the left margin and you are typing towards the right margin, towards where your right hand is. When you finish typing on the first row, you click enter. It will take you to the second row, that's the second line. Where you will start writing or typing from the second line will still be at the same point where you started writing on the first line. The same thing you will type towards the right margin when you stopped where you will stop there at the page setting. You click enter and go to the next line. The next line will still start at the same point where the first and the second line started. When you bring out a foolscap sheet or an A4 paper and you see the letter characters starting from the same point, from the beginning to the end, you should be able to identify it as block paragraph. Did you understand me? Am I well understood? Very good. I believe you do. Don't forget, all line starts at the same point of the left hand margin. That is block paragraph. The next one is indent paragraph. Indent paragraph. Repeat that after me. Indent paragraph. Very good. Indent paragraph is a bit different from the block paragraph, though they have some things in common. The first difference is that in the first line, you will count 5 spaces or 5 characters or 5 words to the right of the left margin. What are we saying? You know, I told you this is my left hand, and my left hand starts from the beginning of an exercise book or A4 paper. Before I start to type, I will first of all count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5 spaces to the right margin. That means that 5 spaces you started counting from the left margin to the right margin. After you reach or you hit 5 spaces, then you can start typing your letter. Then when you type, that is why we have the spaces like this. You left some spaces, then you start to type. and you type to the left, to the right margin of the notebook. Then you come to the next line. You will not count 5 spaces any longer. And that was why I said that indent paragraph looks like block paragraph, but have some differences. You will now go to the left margin and continue typing the rest of the letter or the rest of the manuscript or the rest of the paragraph. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So when you do that, what you will still see yourself doing is that you will kind of start typing again for the next paragraph. You just start typing for the next paragraph, and you can see that this particular letter, having the first paragraph, having left the 5 spaces, you type towards the right margin. After that row, you come to the next row, which will start from the left margin. You will not leave spaces again. Then you will continue typing to the right margin. When you get to the last row of that row, you would click enter and you start typing from the left margin. When you are done with that paragraph, you press full stop. Don't forget, you press full stop. And you come again, you press enter to come again to the left margin. For the next paragraph, you remember to give another 5 spaces. Are you with me? You remember to give another 5 spaces, whereby you will now start typing again. Are you seeing it? Are you getting what I'm teaching you? That is, you press enter again to type another paragraph. And this is what we call indent paragraphs. Did you understand me? Very good. So let's go to the 3rd paragraph, which is the hanging paragraph. What do I call it? Hanging paragraph. Hanging paragraph, the first line, you will start from the left hand margin. But the subsequent lines, you will give 2 spaces before to the right margin before you continue to type. Are you confused? Don't be. It is very, very simple. Hanging paragraph. The first line will start from the right hand, the left hand margin, sorry, the left hand margin without giving any space before. Then, when you are done with the first line and you click enter, it will take you to the beginning of the left margin. But because you know you are writing hanging paragraph, you give 2 line spacings. And you give 2 spaces, not line now. You give 2 spaces to continue to type in your paragraph. And that is how you are going to do. Be giving 2 spaces till you finish that paragraph. Just like for an example, this paragraph, let's assume, is done. Then you press enter. This enter that you press, it will start from the beginning of the left cursor. Are you with me? Then you press enter again. It will still start from the beginning of the left cursor, but you give 2 line spaces before you start to type your words. Are you getting it now? And that is how you continue for the rest of the lines. We have come to the end of this lesson, but before we end the lesson, the class, let's do a recap of what we treated. The topic was paragraphing, and we said paragraph is writing new idea in one or more sentences. In a paragraph, you write related ideas down. Not only that, we have some types of paragraph, which is block paragraph, which are block paragraph, indent paragraph, then hanging paragraph. Block paragraph, all the lines start at the same point from the left margin, and that's how you're going to write all the paragraphs like that. Then in indent paragraph, you leave on the first line 5 spaces to the right hand margin, and when you press enter to come back to the second line, it will start from the left hand margin, and you continue to type subsequent lines on that paragraph. When you want to type another paragraph, you would leave another 5 line spaces to the right hand margin, and you continue like that. And the last but not the least is the hanging paragraph. Hanging paragraph, on the contrary, on the first line is when you start typing from the left hand margin to the end of the row, then you press enter. When you press enter, the cursor will take you to the end, to the first left hand margin, but you will give 2 spaces before you continue to type the second line. Then you will give 2 spaces before you continue to type the third line and the subsequent sentences or lines that you want to type in a paragraph. Then the next paragraph, you will press enter. It will take you to the beginning of the left hand margin. Those are the types of paragraphs that we are going to treat today. And the assignments I want to give you, I'm saying it here so that you can know the importance of it, is that you write with short explanation, mention 3 types of paragraph, which I just taught you. I know that will be simple because you have been taught. Then now write out 2 paragraph composition or write up. That means you form an event to write 2 paragraphs on such events. Now, you now use one of these 3 types of paragraph to write it. If either blocked, indent, or hanging, you use it to do it. And you can reference this lesson note with the on the website lesson note that we have uploaded. You can as well use AS Omotuyole, Comprehensive Business Studies, and as well EGBE, AEM, you can use it as well. Until we meet in the next class, I want to advise you to keep safe and be obedient to your parents. God bless.